is Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. At least for now, is not happening. Cody Garbrandt out due to a back injury. We've been wanting to talk to him for quite some time, and I do believe this is the first time that he talks about the injury. So happy that he's on the show. Unfortunate under these circumstances, but I appreciate him taking out some time. He joins us now on the phone. Cody, are you there?
I'm here, brother.
Thanks for coming on, Cody. I really appreciate it. So tell us, when did you first injure your back?
You know, it's been a few years, to be honest, and I dealt with it all last year. I kind of had to, progress. I had 4 fights. A lot of people forget I went from unranked to world champion in 11 months. I was constantly grinding in the gym, no days off. I was fighting, training, and that's what it was last year. My body just didn't hold up to it. I had the injury. I had a fracture in my back when I was 17 during football. I had some herniated disc. So I kind of dealt with it on and off for, since I was 17 years old. And progressively, I started incorporating more, Muay Thai kicks and different body motions, and I just didn't hold up last year. Like I said, I had to kind of really schedule my training around my injury. During camp, the Mizugaki fight, I almost thought I was going to have to pull out of that one as well. It was 2 weeks where I couldn't even walk, let alone train. So I went in there, on a not so good training camp, but it's a fight at the end of the day. I had to do what I had to do. The UFC was keeping me busy and giving me opportunities I'm very thankful for. I couldn't pass up, and I worked so hard to be here at the highest level, to fight the best. So I want to be 100% when I go in there, when I step in the training. I love fighting. I want to be excited about going to training every day and pushing myself and getting better. So, that's where I'm at right now with this injury. And, I'm doing everything I need to do to get back. So is the UFC. I'm very thankful for Dana and the UFC for, doing the stem cells for me here in the States, and then flying to Germany and doing the therapy over there. So I'm feeling much better, doing a lot of rehab and doing rehab almost every day, 6 days a week, with my strength and conditioning coach and Kind Performance out here in Sacramento.
When did you start to think that, okay, this is problematic, this might, preclude me from fighting on July 8th? Because I know you did the initial treatment here in the United States, and then you flew out to that specialist in Germany. How long ago did you start to really get worried about it?
So we did the stem cell in Las Vegas. It was kind of, went to a couple of doctors, x-rays, MRIs. It went from cortisone to thinking about getting epidural to, hey, you're getting stem cell, all in a day's time, real quick. So I'm like, all right, kind of, this is what I have to do to get, to heal me. And I spoke with the doctors, and they're like, oh yeah, you should be good. So I was trusting the doctors, and I did what they said. They told me to, take 4 weeks off of nothing. I couldn't move treadmill. I couldn't do anything. So that was, hard within itself, especially when you have you defend your title. You have a fight scheduled, so you have that on top of getting healthy. You have to worry about the fight and getting ready for that, and you have all that what ifs if my back's going to be healthy. So I kept positive, try to keep as positive as I can with my coaches, my teammate, my fiance, my family, so I did the recovery. I did the rested, and they said that I'd be clear on March 1st, and I got clear on March 1st. They said that it would be good to start training. And I said, I talked to the doctors throughout, the month of, the resting. And I say, when I get the clearance, March 1st, I'm going to go like a bat out of hell and train, how I trained. And they're like, oh yeah. They said, yeah, you'll be good for the fight. So got home. As soon as I got off the airplane, Danny still picked me up and went and trained that day. Then I went and sparred 6 rounds straight, Wednesday. By Thursday, I woke up and my back was in the worst pain, the worst pain that it's been in since the stem cell. And I rested and recovered. I think I just got so excited, trying to get back. Like you say, when you have a deadline to fight, you have to get ready for it, and that, in my mind, I only know one pace, and that's, all out. So, and then I was listening to the doctors like, oh, you'll be good. The hip heal the tear and you'll be fine. So, I went there and I tried to push through my mid session with buckles on that day. And, it was just something that bothered me. And I was speaking to my fiance, and I was like, I don't know if this works. My back's feels like it's worse. It kept locking up where I couldn't even walk, getting in and out of a chair. Like, it was just miserable, and it was really debilitating, man. Like, it's not fun. Anyone that knows, has back injuries or neck injuries, know how, painful and just annoying it can be because you can't do your daily functions. So I ended up reaching out to my manager, Ali, and I was like, hey, I don't know about the stem cell. I don't know what we can do elsewise. If we can do, I was thinking about just getting epidural and numbing the pain, but then, I'm just thinking about the quickest route that I can still, fight. I've never pulled out a fight, never had to pull out a fight, but also I've never had a serious injury like this. And at my age, I'm 25 years old. I'm thinking about longevity and, not in the now right now. So if I have to take a little bit of time off to heal and recover, that's going to, set me up for the next, 5 years, 10 years, however long I want to pursue, this career and this lifestyle. That's what I was looking at, so I got to sit back and think about the future outside of fighting, because really this is a small window of, a small window frame of my life that it's only going to be a small part, but it's going to set up the rest of my life. So I have to, do it smart. I have to think about my future. And that's what I was thinking about. So I hit him up and said, hey, it's not working. And talk to Dana. Sean and Shelby actually hit me up and said, okay, when can you go to Germany? And I'm like, hell, I'm thinking they're going to fly me out like the next day or so. They flew me out a couple of days later, but I was like, they're like, we're going to get you to go to Germany and do this and see how it goes. So went over there and did the therapy with Germany. Dana Castillo went with me. We had a good time in Germany, and I got the procedure done. The doctors were amazing. And I got back, and my back, the pain's gone from the they shot anti-inflammatory. They took my blood out, mixed it, manipulated it with proteins and anti-inflammatory to help heal my back where the tear was at, where I'm having this kind of sciatic pain going down my leg. And that initial pain's gone, but it's still, it's still time. It takes time to make sure that it's not just the initial. That's how I felt with the stem cell. And I took that time off and rested, and I'm like, okay, the pain's subsided, substantially. So I feel like maybe it is working. So I was in such, horrible pain that any bit of relief is like, oh, I'm getting better. That's what I felt. So I'm not going to rush this one. I'm doing rehab, like I said, 6 days a week and strength and conditioning, fixing and correcting my body. When you go into MMA and you train, it's a different training. And a lot of the fighters know this and coaching and people in the MMA, but the casual fan, they think we're, nothing against other football players or baseball players, nothing, but we come adapted to our sport, become specialists in our sports, and our body starts to go to that. So if you're just doing MMA and not correcting your movements and your patterns and your flexibility and all that, your body's going to start to wear down. And that's unfortunately what happened to me, and it's unfortunate at the time that it's happened. I was very excited with the fight with TJ. I don't want to prolong that fight. I want to give that dude an ass whooping the whole time I was around him, for various reasons. That's the last thing I want to do is prolong the fight, and because of an injury. TJ has an ass whooping. I want to be 100% so I can give TJ 100% ass whooping. I wouldn't be satisfied with me going there 60 sprint and still whooping his ass and only giving him a 60% ass whooping. I want to give him 100% ass whooping like he deserves. So we're doing it right. I'm first and foremost, I'm focusing on myself, just getting healthy and then getting back in the gym and testing it back out, and then we'll go from there. I'm constantly keeping Dana updated, how I'm feeling, and I'm excited to get back in there. I'm just getting started, with Dominic Cruz fight. It's unfortunate, but this is part of the sport. It keeps you hungry. Even when you're at the top, there's always adversity and things to get over to. So this, for me, keeps me on my toes. Keeps me, hungry and focused, and, to get back. And and I got that drive back again. And it's a different beast. Come back from the injury and then get in the fight camp and go defend the belt.
Any chance you'll need surgery?
I spoke to Dr. May. He's a doctor in Germany, and some of the doctors here had different methods or ideas they thought that we could go. If option A, option B, option C didn't work, and some of them were towards option C and D were surgery, but this doctor doesn't think so. He thinks that the back. With these shots and me doing rehab and correcting my movement patterns and my flexibility and mobility, which is it's something that we all need to work on as fighters. Like I said, we come so adapted to our sport. But he doesn't think, unless it's, I don't give the right amount of time to heal, then it would just be like throwing all this out the window.
Okay.
I'm not traveling all over the world, to rush this. I want this healed so I don't have to go through that again. It's something that I want to take time off, something that you love. It takes your happiness away. I love going in there and training, pushing myself every day and, working towards a common goal. And that's my common goal is to, create a legacy. I got the belt, and now it's what you do with the belt. Doesn't matter how long you hold onto it. It's what you do with it. And I'm trying to go out there and, TJ, he's, my next adversary. And, I'm going to finish him, and then I'm going to go fight Demetrious. And that's my legacy that I'm creating, And it's funny because TJ is just, a generic version of everything. He's just a generic Dominic Cruz. He just rides off everybody. He tries to take, I wanted to fight Demetrious. Now he wants to fight Demetrious, So it's just, I want to get healthy. And that's what I'm saying. Don't jump into a fight. I'm trying to get as healthy as I can. He knows I'm trying to get back as soon as I can. Like I said, I'm talking to Dana, letting him know, my progress weekly. I can't feel good. I can feel good. And he keeps telling me, just take your time, don't rush it. And he's right, but this is a fight that I don't want to get let go. And that's my fight with Demetrious after I smash TJ,
And we'll get to the Demetrious thing in a second, but I'm just wondering, a couple of weeks ago, did you feel any extra added stress or pressure when they had that press conference? You were en route to Germany to get this done, and it seemed like they were still kind of pushing the fact that this fight was happening July 8th, and even Dana said in interviews like, I'd be shocked if this doesn't work. It kind of felt like, in an indirect way, at least to me, like there was pressure being put on you to fight on this card. Did you feel that way?
You know what? A little bit, pressuring myself because I wanted to fight. It was the hardest thing I had to do is to pull out of a fight. But this was, like I said, it was a serious injury, and if that's what they want. They want fights, and that's a huge fight, and a huge opportunity for me. It sucks I had to let that one go, but there's going to be more and more opportunities in my career that I have to be smart with it. So I didn't, like I said, I just try to stay positive about the whole situation. The whole situation, it's out of my control. Injuries happen. All I can do is do what I'm supposed to get healthy, and that's what I'm doing. And if I can't fight, I can't fight. There's always going to be added pressure and this and that with fighting,
And so what did you think when you started to hear that TJ was campaigning for the Demetrious fight and that the UFC appears to be on board with this idea? What was your reaction to that?
Fuck it. They want to fight. It's whatever. TJ wants to fight. Go ahead. He's training hard. Go ahead. He knows it's an easier fight fighting Demetrious. So, I got hurt, but I'm the one that pulled out of the fight. It doesn't matter. Now whatever I say is like, oh, you pulled out of a fight. Well, fuck it. I'm hurt. So if they want to go down and fight, go ahead. I talked to Demetrious. Demetrious doesn't want to fight TJ. TJ's not a draw. TJ don't deserve it. It don't matter. You're going to go to 25. Okay, that's fine. TJ, you get beat. I will never fight you. I'm going to go down and fight Demetrious at 25. You lost that chance. TJ, you go in there and beat DJ. I'm going to jump down at 25 and steal your belt. So that's what I told Dana. I texted Dana that. So I'm saying that's the way it plays out. That's the way it plays out. They said it's out of my control. I'm controlling on getting healthy. But them two want to fight each other. Go ahead. I'm fighting the winner at that weight class. That's my vision, is to win that belt. Right. And then right now, that's what I said, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight TJ in July and fight Demetrious in November. And, and unfortunately I got injured. So I really can't say much about it right now. The UFC is a business. They're going to try to, make fights that make money, but I'm sorry, that's not a money fight, and they both know that I'm the bigger draw for them both to fight. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it, man.
When do you think you'll be able to fight again at this point?
It's really hard to say. The way I'm feeling right now, I feel good. I'm not getting too excited. I feel like, I'm a 12-year-old kid out trying to climb trees again. That's how I feel like I want to go do in my mind. But, my coaches and my physical therapists are, keeping me on track where I'm not. I'm doing enough to feel good. I'm not overexerting and prolonging this injury longer than it has to be. I have a lot of ass whoopings to give out in the 135-pound division. And, I'm going to stay true to that, get healthy, and get back. So I can't tell you a time frame. I can only hope, that, hey, if it was a perfect world and everything worked right for me, I'd fight on, I'd whoop TJ's ass. What is that, July 28th?
In Anaheim? Yeah, July 29th.
Yeah. 29th, yeah.
You're trying for that?
I'm tracking my progress weekly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to prolong this fight with TJ. I don't want to. Who wants to go around and deal with this dickhead for this long? I can't. The guy's a cornball. He just keeps telling lies on top of lies on top of lies. Everything that shit's over with. Hey, we're fighting. Now it's the fight. Now I want to focus on the fight. The fight's already there. The fight's already going to be there. The fight was already there once TJ left. And knew I was still on the team. I knew I was going to face TJ. I knew I was going to face TJ when I stepped on the blue mat the first time in Alpha Male. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that was a fight that was on the horizon. And, and so did he. That's why he felt threatened by me the whole time out here. So that's a fight that I'm excited to get to. He can go on there, talk as much shit as he wants, and whatever he wants. This is my first interview I've done because I'm focused on the fight. I'm focused on getting healthy. I don't want to talk about a fight. It's hard for me to get in that mindset to talk about a fight when I'm injured. You know what I mean? That's when I was like, I'm not going to the press conference. I'm over to Germany. I'm hurt. I only want to talk about a fight. I'm not doing any interviews. I don't want to talk about anything. I'm worried about focusing on the fight. I'll talk about my injury, but I'm not going to focus on talking about the fight. Now I'm in rehab. I'm feeling better, and I can track my progress. And I'm hoping like hell I get in there as soon as possible. Lord willingly.
You think this year? You're hoping for this year, right?
For sure this year.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. The studies show that it's supposed to be, super, super certain. I mean, I'm good friends with Tyson, and I was messing back and forth with him. He actually went out the week after. He has really bad back problems. He's been doing epidurals and all kinds of other things, and he actually went out the week after the doctor. And it's the best of the best go there, and he's one of the best, and that's what Dana set me up with. So I'll be super optimistic that I'll be back before the year's up for sure. I don't want to sit out. I have nothing else to do. I'm sitting in Sacramento, watching everybody train. And it's nice. I'm helping the guys out, and it's good to be around those guys. But I'm a grinder, and that's what I want to do. I embrace that shit. I can't wait to get back.
And so just to be clear, because a couple of weeks ago we had Dominic on the show, and he said that he was hoping to fight the winner of you versus TJ end of the year. But you're saying you want to get this TJ fight out of the way, and then you're planning on going down to 125 to fight Demetrious. That's what you hope?
Yeah, fuck Dominic, dude. I gave him the rematch right after that.
Yeah.
Now he wants to come out and say that all these, I was injured, I had my foot, I needed to recover. Dude, I don't care. I don't even care about fighting that dude. I gave him the rematch right after the fight. He did not want to take that fight. So now he wants to come out, but I want the winner. Okay, cool. I'm not waiting on him. He doesn't deserve. I gave him the automatic rematch. TJ took it. TJ should thank Dom, for that. But I'm going to go down and fight Demetrious. That's my goal. I spoke to Demetrious numerous times, and that's my goal after the TJ fight. TJ first and foremost. But I'm wanting to go down and fight Demetrious after that.
You feel like you can make 125?
I can easily make 125. I don't know, cut to 35.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't. You see me on Embedded.
Yeah.
I'm ice skating, eating s'mores. Hot chocolate, toasted cheese, sandwiches, sushi. I'm eating like that the week of the fight. I just watched the week. I kind of here and there and water load. Yeah, I do it right, diet down. I'm young right now. I'm 25. I'll be 26 in July. So I'm young. It's younger that I do it rather than older that I am. It'd be easier for me. So that's why at times now, but just the injury set things back. But like I said, I can't control that. It's not my control. And I'm just looking forward to getting back in there and putting on, entertaining performances. I'm just getting started hitting my groove, and you guys all saw that with the Dominic Cruz fight. I'm going to pick up where I left off. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be not hurt. I was fighting like that all last year, injured like that. I just couldn't do it no more. Especially once the back tore. I had the disc problems, but once I had the annual tear, it was that's one thing that I just couldn't bear that one, and had to do what I had to do.
Have you been watching Tough? And if so, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's TJ's playing, the rash. He's playing trying to be the peacemaker. He knows going into the show he had to do that. They probably perform and Dwayne formulated that plan and probably sat down and at his academy in Denver while they're selling peanut butter rations. And probably like, oh, look, man, they knew that we couldn't go. They're going to go against. Yeah, they're not only going against me, they're going against the whole team. So they know it's a lose-lose for them. So they're going to have to sit quiet and just, let's go on our tyrant. And that's what we are, man. We are who we are. I'm not going to change for anybody. That's how I've always been. Always been like that. So people want to say this and that, but it's a fight. You put us in that environment, especially with the backstory with TJ and Dwayne and all that. And, you're going to have that. You're going to have that explosion. And, especially, I don't care how it portrays me. I know who I am, and I'm always going to keep it like that. I don't like disloyalty, people that don't respect, especially the people that brought you up, you know what I mean? TJ started his career out here, they built him to a world champion. Dwayne comes in for, a year, and he just leaves. I don't know.
Is there a part of you? Is there a part of you hoping that he doesn't get the DJ fight, because if he loses, that might ruin the chances of you getting your hands on him? Like, are you kind of praying that they don't go that route?
Yeah, if that's what the UFC wants to do, that's fine. I feel like DJ will beat TJ. TJ's slow. TJ's very slow. I feel like I went with him. I know that guy like the back of my hand. So I feel like DJ would win that fight. And whatever, whoever wins, if that's what the UFC wants to do and go on that route, cool. They're a business. They want to try to make these super fights, but they all know that I'm the money fight, that I'm the big fight at the lower weight classes. And, I'll wait and see how that plays out. But like I said, for me right now, I'm just worried about getting healthy and getting back to my mindset and to my mentality and, going in there and enjoying training, not being hurt. So that's where I'm at. And I'm starting to get, a glimpse of that feeling, with the rehab. So that's all I can focus on. If that's what they want to do, go ahead. I'll say that DJ will beat TJ, and I'll fight DJ at 125 pounds when I am cleared, ready, and healthy.
By the way, go ahead.
But DJ don't want to fight TJ.
Right, he doesn't.
DJ, and he's right. TJ don't deserve shit. TJ cries and whines, just like how he was saying, if I don't get the next title shot, UFC's rigged.
Yeah.
And then he was going out there and, campaigning, $100,000 he's like a Girl Scout. He's like a Girl Scout, goes out and sells cookies, tries to get the green badge on his vest. That's what he wants to do. He wants to be the best seller, so he's trying. You can't hurt him for trying. But yeah, and he doesn't deserve that. He's gotten beat by Dom. He avenged his loss with a Sensao. Dodson knocked him out. So I mean, that's the thing. He's the second ranked bantamweight. He don't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to go in there and just skip over those guys. He's not even the champion. He's not even the champion. He was never the champion. He was an interim champ. He never beat Dom. Dom left. Was injured. Dom was still the champ. He was fighting for the interim. He held the interim title. So that's my stance on it.
God is my witness. I was not going to ask you about this, but people keep asking me to ask you. What is going on with this bodybuilder guy who's trying to fight you? Is this a real thing? What's happening here?
Oh man, I don't know. That guy's just trying to get some Twitter followers. But some Twitter or something. I don't know. The guys talk shit. And I'll talk shit back. It's funny, it's comical. Guys are, cornballs. That guy definitely is a cornball. Oh my gosh, he is such a turd. But I think he has bigger breast implants than my fiance, But if he comes out here, I'll definitely titty fuck him. That's the thing. But no, he said that he wanted to come out. I was like, all right, give him the gym address and say, hey, you want me to buy your flight? And he proceeded to go make fight posters and try to sell a pay-per-view and tell him he's going to bring his camera crew out here. That dude comes out here and he'll get fucked up one way or another.
What's his beef?
I'm not even entertaining it. Because he said some shit to me on Twitter, and I replied back with him. He didn't like it. He got all butthurt. He was a fat dude that lost a lot of weight, got on a bunch of steroids. He's just really sensitive. That's what it is. But yeah, and you know when you go on Southwest, he did a Southwest ticket and screenshotted it. You know, and that dude knows anytime you can cancel a Southwest with no penalties. Don't play yourself, dude.
All right, so
that's what that is, man. Everyone's acting tough on the internet. It's funny. I love it, man. When you're at the top, there's more and more haters. So
yeah, I see you fending them off left and right on your Twitter, but it seems like you're enjoying it. So
yeah, it is funny. I mean, like, half the people that talk shit are, you know. Have you ever left a YouTube comment?
No.
On a video?
No.
Exactly. It's the turds that do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never do that. It's turds that do that.
I'm surprised you know about those people, because I've been dealing with them for almost a decade now.
Oh yeah. I have too, but now it's just more and more at the platform, which is cool. It's funny, man. I already know what it is.
By the way, congratulations to you and your lovely fiance on getting engaged. Do we have a date yet?
Not a date yet. I told her, after I proposed to her. I mean, it was awesome. Went to Sedona and had a really good time. I proposed to her, and then we, started talking. I planned on, hey, like, we'll start planning a wedding, after I plan on fighting 2 times this year. Then we'll, the beginning of next year, we'll start trying to plan a wedding and seeing what we're going to do with that. And she was cool with it. She's my ride or die, man. She really is. So now that, the fights are up in the air, kind of, maybe prolong everything, but it'll get there. Hopefully, we'll start planning, and it's just everything in my life revolves around fighting, and you're planning everything, and that's why I have such an amazing woman. I couldn't be more blessed for her. But yeah, hopefully we'll start planning maybe next year and go from there.
Well, I'm happy you guys are staying together, because I enjoy the way you document her obsession with eating on your Instagram. It's a lot of fun.
I'm going broke.
I can relate to it personally.
I'm going broke. I'm going broke, man. She loves to eat. She loves to eat, and she eats way more than me. But yeah, no, it's good. An old lunchbox.
Wish you the best, Cody. Thank you for coming on. I know you said you didn't do many interviews, so I appreciate you coming on the show again and talk. It's been a while. We haven't talked to you all year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to get the update. I'm happy things are looking better, sounding better. Get well soon, and we hope to see you back in there sooner rather than later, my man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Doing everything I can to get back and go out there and put on some entertaining performances and defend the title and to show everyone why I'm the king at 135 pounds.
We look forward to it. Get well soon. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
There he is, Cody Garbrandt. No love, the reigning defending UFC bantamweight champion. Hopefully we'll see him back in there sooner rather than later.